Hi guys, today we have a review for the Remington RX7 dedicated head shaver. We'll take a look at the features and design of the shaver. I'll run through a quick head shave. At the end we'll go through some pros and cons. I will also mention some differences between the RX5 and RX7, otherwise in the US known as the Remington Border Pro. My name is Jason, I'm from shavingadvisor.com. I review many grooming products. If this video helps you in any way, please do press the subscribe button because this will help develop the channel. The RX7 is an upgrade of the RX5 Remington shaver. In the USA it's named the Remington Border Pro, but at the moment this is only available in Europe and the UK. It's not yet available in the USA. Right, let's run through with what you get in the box. This is quite a simple setup compared to some other head shavers where you get a lot of attachments and that with it. With the Remington RX7 you don't, it's quite simplistic. Okay, so we've got the head shaver. This is a blade cover that protects the blades when it's not in use. A small brush, a small travel pouch, and a USB lead. Now rather than having a lead that has a plug attached to it, this is a USB lead, so cord, so you can attach this to a laptop or your own adapter, but you do need to get your own adapter for it. Let's take a closer look at the actual shaver. You can see the head has some flexibility in it. This helps with whilst we're shaving. The blades, the 5 rotary blades, these flex somewhat, so this helps while shaving the various contours of the head. The blades also can be removed for replacement and cleaning. This is what would be replaced when you purchase replacement blades. The next thing is, here's the power button. The difference with this shaver, the RX7, compared to the RX5 Border Pro, is it also has a turbo function, which is that button there. You may be able to hear the power get higher. If I turn that back down, that's on standard, that's on higher. You can also see the indicator light there is for what battery power is left, and this reduces to 1 once the battery, one segment once the battery is low. Okay, the sides here are rubberized, so that helps with grip when we're holding it while shaving. The design of this one compared to the RX5 Border Pro has changed. The shape is much slimmer. It's much better to hold. Another feature is this trimmer, the pop-up trimmer. Now this works when you press the power on. This inner section of the blades here is also very good for collecting debris and you know, anything from shaving. So you know, all that gap inside collects all that debris and prevents them from getting blocked too quick. Some head shavers, this area is non-existent or very small, and it's not a good thing for preventing them from clogging. The shaver can also be used wet or dry with shaving cream, foam, gel, whatever suits you. Right, next up is to have a shave. This is where what really matters, isn't it? Is how it performs shaving. I've used this shaver many times now, so I know how it shaves, but I just want to show you guys. I have quite a bit of growth, not a lot, not a hell of a lot of growth. I also need to have a shave, but I'll be having a shave with some type of razor after. Yeah, there's some growth there, but I always try to shave when it's minimal, when it's at maximum is at clipper or trimmer length. Okay, I'm just going to put the shaver straight onto the turbo because as I mentioned, I don't see the point in shaving on the lower level. As they say, use rotating circles if you can, or backwards and forwards. But rotating circles kind of help. This actually sounds like when you're at the dentist and they're doing the teeth cleaning and cleaning the plaque off. I can hear it. Also behind the head here is the place that most of us, if we was to get any sort of irritation, that's where we'll get the irritation, is the bottom of this neck area. But I never get irritation with the Remingtons at the back of the head. I have with some head shavers, but not with the Remingtons. Okay, that's nearly done. I won't bother making a big deal about the sideburns because this is all coming off. This is just to show you guys how it looks, or how it performs. Okay, job done. There's the finish. I mean, I will always, if you look closely, I'll always have a little bit left here. I have like a line going round. It's just part of the design of part of how my hair recedes, and that's very difficult to get rid of. It's not going to be razor close. Razor close will get rid of that. Let's take a look at what I like and did not like as much, the pros and cons of the shaver. First of all, the ergonomics. I like the ergonomics. The grip on the sides is pretty good. The head blade coverage is quite good as well, and better than some other head shavers that I've used. The head movement here is very good, and the blade movement is a positive thing to have. The turbo power, that's not really necessary, but it seems to power enough. I like the new indicator light that shows that the charge amount that's left. That's an improvement on the RX5, the Border Pro. Now, the aspects of this shaver I'm not that fond of. I don't really need the turbo feature, but that's okay. Maybe some guys get use out of that. The pop-up trimmer, I mean, that's quite useless. I've tried to use it and it's no good. But however, that's the case with most pop-up trimmers and attached trimmers to any shaver. So that's no issue really with the Remington. Then the biggest issue is the replacement blades, but this is more of an issue outside of the USA. Even with the RX5 and the RX7, or the RX5, I could get the blades eventually, even if it was through contacting Remington. But the RX7 blades was more difficult to get hold of, so I was in contact with Remington and they didn't understand my emails. Eventually they got it, and they said the blades are not available on the market as yet because it's a fairly new shaver. However, we can contact Remington and then pay for the blades and get them sent out from Remington, so that solved that. The cost of the Remington RX7 for the UK money in euro, it's an extra £10 in the UK. So the RX5 costs £60 and the RX7 is 70. It can be a little bit over £70 depending on where you purchase it from. In Europe, it's an extra 15 or so euros. In the US, the RX5, which is the Boulder Pro, is 60 US dollars. So it depends if you want to pay that extra money. It's not a huge amount extra, I don't see it as, and I prefer this. I prefer the ergonomics to it more than anything, and also the RX7 has 60 minutes run time rather than 50 minutes run time of the RX5, and the battery takes 2 hours to charge with this one rather than 4 hours of the RX5. The Remington RX7 and the RX5 Boulder Pro are one of the better head shavers that I prefer. I find a little bit more comfort on the blades compared to some other brands that I've used as well. If you've got anything out of this video, it's been useful to you in any way, please do subscribe, because we're trying to help move this channel forward a little, and it will help us to remove the advertisements that begin on the start of the videos, which will be useful for you guys. One of the advices I would give is to maybe check out other head shavers. I have a list of shavers that I've tested all of them and then compare them along with School Shavers, Ball Buddy, Grooming, Baldy Pro, all of them, and then I kind of rank them which ones are the best and give a lot more detail. So you can take a look at that. That link is in the description. You can also take a look at the review in the description of the RX5 and the RX7 and a comparison. There's a link to the website for that.